Hi everyone, welcome back to Rolling Through Life. This is Wanda, and today I'm going to show you some basic stitches on how to make an amigurumi. So the first thing we want to do is start with a magic ring. So what you do is you place your yarn over your hand, bring it around and cross it like this. Then you take your hook under the bottom one, over the top, and then bring it through. Okay? So I usually pinch right here, right there, and then make a slip stitch to lock it in place. Okay? Now, our pattern says 6 single crochets in the magic loop or magic ring. It depends on who's writing the pattern, what it's called. So we need to go under, grab the string, come up, and then do your single crochet. Okay? Go under the loop, wrap around, bring it up, and then finish your single crochet. Do this 4 more times. It's 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Now you want to grab your end here and pull it. I don't pull it too tight in the beginning because then it pulls everything too tight. So I kind of let it a little loose for the first round. Okay? So our next direction is increase 6 times. Increase means 2 single crochets in every stitch, and then we should wind up with 12 stitches by the time we're done. So trying to get there so you can see it. You want to go into that first stitch, okay, and do 2 single crochets. 1, and 2. And you want to do it 5 more times. 1 and 2. There's another increase. And hit that last loop there, the last stitch, increase. Okay, so now what you want to do is take your end and tug tight. Tug it as tight as you can. And then that closes up the hole at the bottom. Okay? So our next line says 1 single crochet and then an increase 6 times, which should bring us to 18 stitches. I like it when authors put the total amount of stitches, that way you're able to double check yourself as you go along. So, oh, this is where I put my stitch marker, okay? So I put this before I start my next round. That's where my last round ended. And I use a color that's completely contrast to what I'm using. And then a single crochet in the first stitch. Then the next stitch is an increase. So we need to put two single crochets into that one. Okay. Single crochet. I'm sorry. There we go. Single crochet. And then two single crochets for an increase in the next one. Okay. Single crochet. Two single crochets to increase. Okay, finish your round. Doing that total of 6 times. And that'll leave you with 18 stitches. And with using yarn, I think, myself, instead of regular stitch markers, it's easier to see as you're going if you're constantly correct, because your last stitch, okay, is right before the last one on where your stitch marker is, okay? So there should be 18 stitches here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. There we go. So what I do, I don't take the stitch marker out because I want my thread to go at a diagonal in one way through the whole project until we decrease. Okay? So this, I know as I'm going through the pattern, my stitches more or less are correct. Yes, we should continue to count, but this helps also. It's like a double check. Now the next one says 2 single crochets and then an increase, which gives us 24. So what you need to do is just bring your yarn over where this one ended, and then you need 2 single crochets, 1 and then 2, and then an increase in this one, which is 2 single crochets in the same stitch. Now this is 4 stitches, which will count as 1 repeat. So I just know by the end of a number that's divisible by 4, I'm on the right path. So that's 4, and I usually just count on like 5, 6, then 7, and my next number is divisible by 4, so that means that's an increase on that stitch. The number divisible by 4 should be the last stitch on that repeat. Okay, so single stitch, single crochet, and then 2 singles in the same stitch. To me, it's just easier to do this to use numbers divisible by the repeat, and then an increase. We want to finish this off, and we'll have 24 stitches at the end. which leads us where we need to be, which is the stitch, which is the stitch right before the last one in our previous row. So you bring your stitch marker up. Okay? So that's how you do the repeat patterns. Most pattern writers will give you the total number of stitches that you need at the end of each row, but I do highly recommend using a piece of yarn in great contrast to what you're working on. I just think it's easier to continue with your work without having to constantly move up a stitch marker or get another stitch marker and place it in. It's just easier to bring it over. Okay, I'm going to show you how to do the invisible stitch. Alright, say our pattern says, since we just did 2 and then 2 singles, let's decrease that and bring it down, okay? So say we want 2 single crochets and then a decrease. 1 single crochet, 2 single crochet. Alright? So now we want to do a decrease. And this is what makes your amigurumi look so much better when it's done. You go through just the front loop only. Okay? Get it up on your hook. See that? And then you twist it and go up through the front loop only on your next one. Now we have 3 loops on here. Alright? Wrap the yarn around. Bring it through the 2 and then finish off your single crochet. And it does not make your work look like it's a decreased. It totally closes in that hole. So let's try that again. Say we want to do a single crochet, single crochet, and now we're going to do a decrease. So we go up through the loop, just the front loop, then twist your crochet hook around and go up through the front loop of the next one. Okay, you got 3 there on your hook, see? 1, 2, 3. Wrap your yarn around, bring through the 2 loops, okay? That's bringing those in together. And wrap around and finish off the single crochet. And look how that looks. You can't, this is the, this is the decrease that we did previously, right here. Right here. And it looks just like any other single crochet. When you stuff it, you're not going to see big empty white spaces as you would a regular decrease. Okay. If you need more help, put comments below, and then maybe I could do a like a magic ring and then an increase, then a decrease video. But this is mainly for my daughter because she's working on a project, so I kind of wanted to get all this out at once. But look how that looks. There is no white space. It looks like it all flows together. So if you like these types of videos, give me a thumbs up. And if you're not subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. And then ring that bell right next to it, and they'll notify you every time I upload a video. So please make comments below if you like this kind of thing. And you guys have a great day. Bye.